I firmly believe like a film like Badhai Ho really catapulted a film like Article 15. Amar Kaushik narrated like a one-liner to me of this film 4-5 years back during pandemic.
That
was
long.
that was before the release of Stree 2, Munja and Bhediya. Bhediya coming, and coming in and having this fight sequence with Thamma, Vetal. I think that's the best sequence of mine in the film. We started our careers together the same year, 2012.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Vicky Donor and Student of the Year. We made our
Correct.
debuts in the same year. You know, bit 2 was the last minute inclusion. It was not there in the script, I think.
Oh really?
Yeah, that scene was written last minute and Naren Bhatt and I think it was Amar Kaushik or Jana Abhishek Banerjee came up with this. Scripting of Bhediya 2 probably right now or maybe Shakti Shalini. Then probably they'll come back to Thamma. It was part of my bucket list to work with Sooraj Barjatya sir. And he is a very noble man. I touch his feet whenever I meet him. And he's away from all this circus around.
Hello everyone, welcome to News 18. I am Titas Chowdhury in conversation with Ayushmann Khurrana, quite the man of the moment.
Thank you, Titas.
How are you?
Very good. Feeling out of the park right now.
I'm sure it's been a while since I've met you.
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
2 years,
Yeah.
wow. So Ayushmann, the last time we met, it was for Dream Girl, a film that had crossed 100 crores at the box office. The history has repeated itself with Thamma. What does this 100 crore club, this figure mean to you personally, professionally?
It just means that the validation from public has come and that's the biggest kind of validation for an artist. And it's very gratifying more than anything else because you want to reach out to as many people as possible. And Thamma has reached out to those many people, so it's wonderful.
Absolutely. So I mean, this is something very different, which we haven't seen you in. At the same time, you are known to really push the boundary, experiment with your characters, with films. Do you think this kind of a success that Thamma has given you, it somewhere gives you the chance to push the boundary more, experiment more, or do you feel the weight of the pressure?
I think it's a good pressure. That expectation is a very happy expectation, that there should be an expectation from an artist. And of course, it's my biggest commercial film in terms of budget and everything and the release date. It pushes me more to do films that are off-center. It probably catapults those kind of films more. I firmly believe like a film like Badhai Ho really catapulted a film like Article 15.
Absolutely.
So I think it's a good symbiotic relationship between these genres, and it further makes me more brave and courageous to choose subjects which are rare and unique.
And it's a delight for us, definitely, as audiences. The more you take risks, it's better for us, I think.
For everyone, I think it's a mutual this thing.
Yeah. So, Thamma, interestingly, is your first Diwali release, right? And I mean, we have all grown up watching, big stars coming up, during Diwali releases. When you got to know that this is going to get a holiday release like that, was it a big validation of your stardom, if I may say?
Yeah, you've rightly said. I've only seen superstars coming on Diwali, and it was like a ritual in my family to watch a film during this festival season. And this time around it was my film, so it was very surreal and overwhelming experience taking my family to theaters and watching my own film. So I think that was beautiful, and we got the opening also because it's a festival time and people want to watch films, and they accepted it, and I'm glad that happened. So I don't know, it was just another tick box to be ticked, and it has happened with me, and Thamma has been dhamakedar.
Yes, true. Let's talk a little bit about your association with the MHCU, which is the Mad Dog Horror Comedy Universe. Do you remember the first time you met Dinesh Vijan, and had this conversation that, okay, now I'm going to be a part of this universe? What was it like? Tell me.
This is my second collaboration with Dinesh Vijan. First was Bala.
Correct.
And also with Amar Kaushik. Amar Kaushik narrated like a one-liner to me of this film 4-5 years back during pandemic.
That
was before the release of Stree 2, Munja and Bhediya, and we've been discussing on the subject since so long, and I was really excited, and they developed the script, and I was excited because the character was so different, and it was such a superhero-like demeanor of this character was very interesting because I've never done a film like that. It was a transition from like a guy next door, which I've played in the past, and something which is fantastical and superhero-like.
Sure.
So it really intrigued me, and I'm a huge fan of this universe, Mad Dog Horror Comedy Universe. It's the best in Hindi cinema. So it's great to be part of this legacy. and I'm really looking forward to how these characters are going to cross their paths in future films.
Very interesting. The best thing I think, this universe gives us audiences also the chances to see so many actors, coming together in one film. Like in this one, we had Varun Dhawan, we had Abhishek Banerjee. Would you say that MHCU is perhaps our answer to Hollywood in the way that it plays around with multiverses?
I don't know. I think we should not have this validation from the West, or no comparison should be made, because these stories are very Indianized, and we've been talking about Vikram Betal's The Folklores of the Year, and it's the chapter which has been taken from Vikram Betal, and this is a Genesis story, and there's no comparison as such. But I'm glad this universe is working like that. There is, we are crossing each other's paths, different characters. The merger of characters is seamless. It's not forced. It's not a guest appearance. It will take the story forward. So that's the beauty of this universe, and that has happened with Bhediya coming, and coming in and having this fight sequence with Thamma, Betal. I think that's the best sequence of mine in the film.
Yeah.
And it's been widely loved by kids. So it was a very kid-friendly film which we made, and I'm very proud of it.
Yes, you just mentioned that the fact that we were used to seeing you, playing a certain kind of character. Of course, the setting was different, films were very different. This is the first time you're into this surrealism, supernaturalism, that kind of a space. One could say that, this is Ayushmann Khurrana's perhaps most alpha character. How did you personally look at that transition, this kind of masculinity that you were slipping into?
I was actually looking forward to do something like that.
Okay.
Because I have been boyish in most of my films, and this is a very, very, coming of age character from a transition from a boy to a man, basically. And somebody who's alpha and sigma and has that physique and demeanor, and it's very hero-like, because I have played Guy Next Door. The first half was like that, but when I become Betal or Thamma, it's a man. It's somebody who's powerful and has these superpowers. And how am I going to use these superpowers in the films to come will be very interesting. And though I have done very powerful roles during my theatre days in Chandigarh, but I have taken like a realistic route in my filmography. This is something fantastical and very different out of the box for my filmography. So I was just intrigued and curious, and I'm glad people have accepted it.
Right. There are certain things in the film that I would want to discuss with you. One being what you also mentioned is the way your character and Varun's Bhediya, they lock horns. Now, this was, of course, we did not expect. It came across as a surprise. Can you tell me a little bit about, your camaraderie with Varun on set? If you exchanged any notes, what was it like?
We started our careers together the same year, 2012.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Vicky Donor and Student of the Year. We made our debuts in the same year. So camaraderie is amazing. He's a great guy, one of the nicest in the industry, and we had this fight sequence, though it was a lot of bromance happening, when the cameras were cut. So I think it was a great choreography. The fight sequence was brilliant. It was loved by everyone, and it was also because of the chemistry between the characters, and we were very irreverent with each other while we were filming the sequence. And it shows on camera. So I'm looking forward to exchanging more such sequences in future of this universe. Yeah,
you said irreverent. How can you tell us?
Like the moment I see him, I call him, Vikas Puri ke Wolverine. So it's like having a local connect with Delhi, because I wanted to use like a local area and describing him, and that was like a kind of an improv in the film. And he gives it back to me saying, "Saste coat wale, Sarojini ke saste coat wale Dracula." So I think that was a great banter happening between us. Then I tell him, overacting you kar raha. Then he tell kaun si overacting. So it was just so irreverent with each other. So we don't have to take yourself too seriously while doing such a scene. So that's when the fun comes out.
Right. And the second thing, Ayushmann, is the use of meta jokes. In this one scene, Paresh Rawal, who plays your father, tells you Ayushmann Bhava. And in another scene, Abhishek Banerjee looks at you and says that, oh, are you big too? That's what he says. What did you make of this situational humor?
Bit 2 was the last minute inclusion. It was not there in the script, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that scene was written last minute, and Nirain Bhatt, and I think it was Amar Kaushik or Jana, Abhishek Banerjee came up with this. And it was very difficult to keep a straight face. because I was like one bit too, like with a straight face. So it was just so difficult. I think we took 2-3 takes because I should burst out laughing
Yeah.
when I heard that. So it was a great meta joke. I'm really looking forward to clash paths with my brother.
Yes,
in this
I was
universe.
coming to that.
I think that would be crazy.
Imagine we have Alok and we have Bittu.
Yeah.
And two very, let's not say weird, but different kind of people.
Different people, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So, I think before the release happened, Dinesh sir in one of the interviews said that, okay, we are looking at perhaps creating a spin-off on Thamma. Now, we do not know which character. What's the update on
I have no idea. That is Dinesh's brainchild, and he's going to come out with something wacky for sure. And
Yeah.
Amar Kaushik will be in the mix. But Thamma, for me, is again like a new chapter, as I said, for my dog horror comedy universe.
Yeah.
A spin-off, I have no idea. They're coming up with a spin-off of Stree, maybe like kuch to aa raha hai, I think some
Okay.
animated this thing
Okay.
of Choti Stree, something like that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So, no, can you tell
It's
us?
too early right now, I think. I think
Yeah,
they'll be
that's
busy
true.
with scripting of Bhediya 2 probably right now, or maybe Shakti Shalini. Then probably they'll come back to Thamma.
Correct.
Yeah.
But lastly, tell me, your upcoming lineup looks very, very interesting. You're going to be collaborating with a few filmmakers for the first time, including Sooraj sir. What can you tell us? Anything?
It was part of my bucket list to work with Sooraj Barjatya sir. And he is a very noble man. I touch his feet whenever I meet him. So he gives that kind of vibe, and I want to give that energy back to him.
Yeah.
As a student of cinema. And the best part is he's a master of cinema, but he still believes he's a student of cinema, which is so beautiful. And he's away from all this circus around. He's a very simple man, and that simplicity and purity is very rare. After seeing so much of success, he's one of the most successful filmmakers in the country. He has actually like a 10 on 10 record at the box office.
That is true.
So it's very rare. So with that kind of success rate, to maintain simplicity and purity and vulnerability as an artist is very rare, and it's something which I also want to get inspired from.
Yeah. In fact, if you enter his office space, it gives a very religious vibe there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's a very simple
It
space.
is.
No faff.
Right.
It's just so simple and pure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, thank you so much, Ayushmann, for this chat. I look forward to what you do next, all your films.
Thank you, Titas. Thank you so
you.
much. Hi, this is Ayushmann Khurrana, and you're watching me on News 18.